Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Vision here, and welcome to our live stream. And today we're going to be. You probably saw the preview. You probably saw that upcoming stream earlier that we're going to be taking a look at the WWE Premium Live event, Bad Blood. You know that this is a chat. You know the there's gonna there's gonna be insane amount of stuff that will be settled. Rivalries will be insane. So let's go right into it. So let's see what we got for the card. So what we got for the card today is we got the Bloodline versus Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, which is an unlikely alliance. We got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, their Hell in a Cell match. Eh. Alright, so let's see what we got. And you probably saw in the previous stream that that there were alright, so I think we found it. Well, at least part of it anyway. Oh no, this isn't it. This is just another Monday Night Raw. Yeah, these are pretty deceptive. These are pretty deceptive titles. I don't know why they do this. So anyway, we have Finn Balor, Damian Priest. We have Nia Jax versus Bayley for the women's, and we have Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley first for the Women's World Championship with Dirty Dominic Mysterio hanging from a shark cage. And here's my yeah. So yeah, these are going to be pretty insane stuff that we'll be going through. So I kind of appreciate like the build up of it. Like it was pretty much like it's pretty much like you were watching like a movie of the movie build up to this. And I kind of hinted at something that would be interesting. Like if Finn Balor came back, if Finn Balor went into that blood match against Damian Priest as the Demon King persona that he's introduced us to for a while. That we've kind of gotten that everyone knew and loved. Like like WrestleMania 39 when he was battling Edge, he brought in his Demon King persona. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens. It'll be pretty interesting to see what will happen once the show starts. So yeah. And so I might as well just go ahead and get right in. I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right into this. So I'm not really sure who's gonna go first. It's the possibility to end this. So for me, so I put in my poll if you want to answer this, you can. For who will walk out of Bad Blood as the champion? Who will walk out of Bad Blood as the winner? So for the increase or for that one. Now for me, I'm kind of wanting to go with Damian Priest because he's had to deal with months and months, like since SummerSlam, uh, 3 months or so of on 3 months or so of numerous attacks from this Judgment Day. That I think Finn Balor has created, I believe, which technically he says there are no leaders, but technically since SummerSlam, he's been sending people to protect Finn Balor. So technically, he's not following his own rules. So does this make Finn Balor the leader or what? It's kind of hard to believe some of the stuff he says anymore. I can't wait to see. As for the Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley stuff, I can't wait to see the look on Dom's face when he has to get in the cage and just be risen up above the ring. I can imagine this would have made this absolutely more interesting. Like if it was like a Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley match for the custody of Dominic, just copy paste the Eddie Guerrero Rey Mysterio SummerSlam feud and stipulation and put it onto Bad Blood. That would have made things like so much more interesting. Like whoever wins gets to keep Dominic. that would have been a pretty interesting stipulation. All right, so let's see. All right. And we've just been through I think that put us just been starting. And I think we're starting. Oh my, that is. Wow. And it looks like the Drew McIntyre CM Punk feud is starting. It's gonna kick off. Okay, so it looks like the Drew McIntyre CM Punk feud is gonna go first. It's been like 10 months, like since 2023 War Games of such a personal level. I mean, it's been taken to levels never seen before.
The following is a Introducing first, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre! Ladies and gentlemen, it was 27 years ago to the day.
This is
in
good.
St. Louis, Missouri, where the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. And on that night, The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. On the night when The Undertaker's brother, the Demon Kane, would appear for the first time in WWE. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
Yeah.
It's
Now
made
this is
history
gonna
while
be interesting.
simultaneously
defeated CM Punk at SummerSlam, defeated Boss in the back, their career. Then he won one
Drew McIntyre
match.
steps inside hell for the third time in his career. He is yet to win in this matchup, losing to Randy Orton for the WWE Championship 4 years ago.
I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like instant chaos. Because I'm sure it's probably going to be like chaos to kick off the bad blood. Bad.
Interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day. Hello again, everybody. It's our pleasure to join us here in Atlanta tonight. I'm Michael Cole. He's Corey Graves. It is going to be an historic night. You know, Cole, in this industry, we generally try to avoid using the word hatred. Superstars usually maintain
I don't think it's possible to avoid that word hatred anymore. Since it's been taken, I think it's been, I'm pretty sure it's been far more hatred. This is
Celebrities and Hall of Famers
went way above that.
Tonight, of course, wrestling history. When the stakes are the highest, the stars come out and shine the brightest. We are joined right behind us in ringside by the Hall of Famer himself, Goldberg.
Goldberg's
in the house beside his son Gage.
Goldberg's here.
Sights and sounds. And also, there's my guy, Killer Mike, Grammy Award-winning rapper, actor, and activist from right here in Atlanta, member of the critically praised hip-hop duo Run the Jewels. Let me guess, Cole, you got Killer Mike that seat. I did. Hung out with him backstage, took pictures with him, signed autographs. Big hip-hop guy. Took his nickname for me. Nice, Killer Mike.
This is gonna. Oh yeah, here comes the best in the world, CM Punk. Now, I have heard that Sami Zayn and Gunther have just had their World Championship match before, but I don't know why they didn't put it on Bad Blood. I feel like it would be more, to make it more fun. But I don't know why. I think if I was looking for something to grab attention from viewers, but I don't know for sure. Like CM Punk honestly has been through 10 months.
CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first.
At least CM Punk actually won a match, unlike Drew McIntyre.
Back in 2012, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match against Ryback, defeating him inside this structure.
I remember that match.
That is what this is
I
about.
remember that match.
They want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital. This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back years ago in Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. Punk has got to tap into that side of himself tonight if he wants to walk out of the cell or Atlanta at all. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is. McIntyre, on the other hand, tweeted out and also had a very emotional video today where he said this is not going to be classic. It's not going to be cinema. It is going to be mutually assured destruction.
Can't wait to see what kind of structure these guys putting on right there.
Matchup is underway.
For the match, I'm sure it's going to be. They're going to instantly
in this matchup inside the ring is Sean Bennett. Daphne LaShawn is outside of Hell in a Cell. The rules of the matchup are simple. You win via pinfall or submission. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. Punk and McIntyre. The trilogy starts now.
And this is going to be one heck of a match. They're going to have one heck of a time. Here we go. Here we go with the battle. Oh, chopping.
It's CM Punk unloading McIntyre. Beat Punk back at SummerSlam. Punk returned the favor in the squat match and cashed in for Lynn. The night after that, a couple of nights later, McIntyre would attack Punk. He would beat him so viciously. He would rip off CM Punk's bracelet and he would shove the beads into Punk's mouth, angering Punk to the point that we're here today. As this match progresses, we'll find out, did Drew McIntyre do what Punk claimed? Did McIntyre summon the devil himself, or has Drew been successful in clouding Punk's headspace? Is Punk's psyche all over the place because he's clouded by rage? Yeah, but what about McIntyre? Drew McIntyre said that his wife has become second best in his heart due to the hatred that he has for CM Punk. McIntyre masterfully played his mind games leading up to this point as Punk's lower back crashes into the steel in the early moments of this. But also, Corey, let's not forget the obsession that McIntyre's had with Punk. And what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions for world championship.
I don't know what his obsession with CM Punk really is. I mean, I don't think there's really any connection between each other since their first couple years.
Superstars right now attempting to utilize the cage like a cheese grater. You have the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who've been in Hell in a Cell over the years. And one thing they will tell you is that to be successful,
what's really the point of the match that you have to CM Punk? What is this for? Yeah, I get it. He left, but it was like 10 years ago since he left.
Into the steel. And now, CM Punk driving his shoulders into the ribs of the Scottish Warrior. And again, driving McIntyre into the steel structure. The aforementioned strategy of utilizing the cell to your advantage. You are surrounded by a gigantic weapon. Punk has said on a number of occasions this is not the man that he wants to be. The man that Drew McIntyre has made him over the past number of months. Beginning with the Royal Rumble when McIntyre injured Punk, pushed him out to WrestleMania. This may not be the man who CM Punk wants to be, Michael Cole, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Like tonight, like there's no tomorrow. Because
we're getting the tables.
And the same goes for McIntyre. Absolutely right. McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural. We're nothing but a man.
Got tables and chairs. Got tables and chairs. Oh!
Averting disaster with a boot right to the midsection. And now, with a chair to the spine of Punk. This will not be a 5-star wrestling classic. That is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Who could blame? I mean, who could blame them?
Confines of the cell and their own imaginations. Very they're ever the same when they walk out of this structure. This is what makes McIntyre so dangerous. It's so devastating. The Scottish Warrior is absolutely ruthless in every sense of the word. McIntyre now looking for some more weapons. I mean, he has a guy like the Undertaker. He's been inside the structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same. That in and of itself is nothing short of a fabulous night now. That record will ever be topped. And McIntyre now looking through a toolbox under the ring, utilizing the strong leg. And my God, nearly took Punk's head off with a wrench. And now CM Punk unloading on McIntyre. And Punk using the wrench now, driving it into the face of McIntyre. And again, CM Punk knows what he has to do. This isn't what he wanted, but this is what Punk will do to win. And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long can you be locked in this structure? Yes, guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels in 2004 had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. Will Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight? Now driving Punk back down to the mat. Both of these superstars have landed some seriously heavy artillery in the early moments of this matchup. As McIntyre connects with a boot right to the forehead of CM Punk. And the official is there. Either count of 1, 2, 3, or the tap out. There are no other rules inside Hell in a Cell. And McIntyre just ripped the legs off that table. And Drew's going to use those legs as a weapon, or at least attempt to.
One of he's going to use the other
That
leg.
would have been a disaster. Now it's run to the hole. Adam's apple first into the table. And McIntyre got his hands up as best he could to protect his throat, but there was definitely some contact.
Yeah, I think it would be more. I think what would be like actually interesting is that AJ Lee came in and took CM Punk from. That would be like
is a scary place. The point I was going to make is you probably know.
idea.
Oh, CM Punk, better than anyone. You guys were the best of friends a number of years ago. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man. But even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I have never been trapped inside of Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. And again, driving McIntyre, spine and head first into that table. It has never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight. Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre. And look at trying to drive McIntyre, his eye into the leg of the table. McIntyre trying to somehow block and does. Hey, listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family, stop me going into this matchup. He goes, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career. But if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have
these
to
people,
end McIntyre.
what kind of amazes me is that these people are willing to put their careers, like their entire, not just their lives, but their entire careers on the line just for this. Just for this ruthless match.
Try more by McIntyre, driving Punk to the floor. This is going to be one of those nights. If nothing else, with this claim, Drew McIntyre has bought himself some extremely valuable time to recover, to regain his bearings, and to figure out new ways
I wonder if Seth Rollins is gonna take. I wonder if Seth Rollins is gonna come in. Go after this. That would be my next rival for CM Punk, with him versus Seth Rollins, because there's clearly been heat going on between the two. That would be interesting.
Now with Punk up, McIntyre into the steel, face first. Ramrodding Punk into the cell. Corey, we talk about McIntyre a lot. He's Terminator-like. The way that he's built. And now look at the power.
Right into the kick, right head first, right into the kick.
The term psychopath is most apropos tonight. Hey, you and I both had the opportunity to talk to him earlier today. He had that big faraway look in his eyes, like I don't even know what he was talking about. Well, right now, Drew McIntyre is loving what he's seeing. CM Punk has begun to bleed after beating the steel face first, and it is what McIntyre promised.
And CM Punk is beating him. CM Punk is not doing good. Oh! Oh my God. Steel steps to CM Punk.
Which sits on the site of the legendary Omni in downtown Atlanta, that has seen some of the great battles, some of the most vicious battles in the history of wrestling. And tonight, another chapter added. McIntyre, Punk in a cell. Oh my goodness!
Now CM Punk better figure out a way to get out of this one quickly, otherwise he doesn't even have a chance for this match. Or he's gonna lose this match. And he's trying to rile him up.
Deeply insulting comments he made on Monday
That's like
Night Raw.
Drew's trying to rile up CM Punk.
McIntyre wants to prove to the WWE Universe that he is a man of his word, and the Scottish Warrior will be the one responsible for ending Punk once and for all. And now back to the toolbox. Oh my God! You see the wrench, I believe it is, right into the open wound of CM Punk, and Punk writhing and screaming in pain. Now look at the sick look on McIntyre's face. Sadistic, remorseless. It's only driving and fueling McIntyre.
Come on, Punk. Come on, CM Punk. Find a way out of this quickly.
Punk, a crimson mask has fallen over his face. The best time to see red as a superstar is when it's coming from your opponent. And now McIntyre ripping out yet another table in a match that thus far has been very one-sided. CM Punk desperately, I'm not even sure Punk knows where he's at, Corey. I got to agree with you. Sean Bennett's in there keeping an eye on the situation, checking on Punk, making sure Punk can continue. But listen, to your point, I know CM Punk extremely well. You're going to have to stop this match to protect Punk from himself, because Punk will not quit. And think about this, Corey. You throw the Royal Rumble, right? This is CM Punk's third match. Drew McIntyre wrestles every single week almost. And now Punk's locked inside a cage against the man he's a psycho. He's an absolute psychopath, McIntyre, who's in the best shape of his career, and now he just wants to do harm. That's all he wants to do here. Listen, Cole, you and I are both guilty of leading into the romance of this industry. It's amazing to have CM Punk back in WWE in 2024, inside Hell in a Cell. But let's look at the reality of the situation. Punk has not been competing at this level for quite some time, particularly not against someone as dangerous as Drew McIntyre. Punk might be outgunned tonight. And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's feud. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
I don't see how this can be respected anyway. I just don't. I mean, temporary cerebral Alex and this guy. Oh. Also, Punk finds a way to. Get out of there, Punk. Let's see how Punk.
And now Punk climbing up to the top rope. Punk takes down McIntyre. You can see Punk blinking his eyes, opening them wide as the blood begins to run through. I don't know, Cole, if you've had blood in your eyes, you can't see a damn thing. And if you can't see, you can't fight. You can only imagine the pain as Punk now with he has a wrench in his hand as he climbs up to the top rope. Punk that he uses it as a weapon. McIntyre was able to intercept and send Punk across the ring with a suplex.
I do agree with you. He's quite lots of that.
McIntyre. And a kick up to rub it in the face of CM Punk. For much of the last 10 minutes or so has looked absolutely helpless and defenseless.
Here comes the Claymore. CM Punk will find out of this.
And Punk wisely rolled out of the ring. That was brilliant. That is veteran ring awareness from CM Punk. Punk is physically maimed, exhausted. And a toolbox to the face of McIntyre. And suddenly Punk's got a chance.
This might be a chance.
Punk has some time to compose himself to try to get his sight back to 100%. Watch this.
Oh,
no. And now McIntyre's been cut open. And now it's McIntyre who's bleeding and tasting his own blood. And now CM Punk into the ring. Toolbox in hand. Using it as a weapon. And unloading on McIntyre. We're going to bring out the Buddha scale pretty soon as Punk makes the climb to the top.
Now they're both
Toolbox in hand. McIntyre can't see. Try to wipe the blood.
Oh.
He's breaking down. Blinded, battered, brutalized. Blinded by blood. Blinded by rage. Blinded by hate. These two men destroying each other.
What isn't he blinded by? I mean, what isn't he blinded by?
And there's the running knee by Punk again. A little bit more on that one this time. Now the momentum beginning to build by Punk. And there's a third to McIntyre. And now it's McIntyre who's in trouble.
I'm going to say
And off the bulldog,
stand by CM Punk's side.
Dream Street. And I don't know where Punk is getting it, but he's summoning the energy, summoning the will to turn the tides inside the cell.
I mean, this one Drew McIntyre's thing is you don't underestimate a wrestler's ability. You see him like CM Punk with strength, like with willingness to fight. Like this is why you don't underestimate a wrestler's strength.
Counters for counters and back up again goes through. GTS.
Oh, he rolled right out of the ring.
Wherewithal or instinct from McIntyre, but Punk realizes that may have been his best shot to end this.
That was like the closest chance to CM Punk winning.
Hoisting up the massive McIntyre. Knee directly on the temple. Drew may have been out, but McIntyre able to roll under the bottom rope, and this one
What can he do
rolls on.
now?
This is actually incredible. And CM Punk, I don't know if you saw moments ago, Corey, Punk was laughing. Punk was laughing at the destruction that's happening here just feet away from us. Punk now, McIntyre.
Oh.
Out of nowhere, McIntyre for the win. Punk to the leg. Punk still in it.
Oh, so close. So close. That's a very close call. I think this is a war. Straight up war.
Unforgettable. And McIntyre looking to end it. And McIntyre, once again, with Punk in trouble. McIntyre.
They say we got to Claymore again.
Punk able to move out of harm's way. And now Punk going to turn things around. Punk going to look for a submission hold here. Does Punk have it in him to finish?
Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Going for a sharpshooter, I believe, here. And he's got it in.
He's got the sharpshooter.
can do is look on as McIntyre continues to barbarically.
I'm sure they could use the medical staff by now.
McIntyre
I'm
trying
sure
to
they
carve
could
up CM Punk's
need
face like a
assistance medical staff by
jack-o'-lantern.
now.
It is hell on earth inside Hell in a Cell for both Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
I can only imagine how much longer that these guys can handle themselves.
This is an understandable decision by Sean Bennett, just trying to wipe the blood out of the eyes of the superstars so that they can continue, so that they can do their best to protect themselves from potential catastrophe. That's all you can hope for.
That's what they're going to do this one.
And McIntyre's expression changing. Punk's expression changing as well. And now Punk with the right hand. And McIntyre as well. McIntyre, Punk. Old school brawl. Here we go. Looking for future shot, which is what injured Punk in the Rumble. And now Punk with McIntyre up top. Lands at his feet. And a big chop to Punk. Kick from Punk. Both men down. Critical moment now in this match between these warriors, these veterans. It all
Who's gonna
began
win?
last November.
I mean, it's
The
only a
return
matter
of
of
CM
time.
Punk to WWE at Survivor Series, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including McIntyre.
I think this is a
The
way
Punk
to.
wanted
I think these guys
kill
can Hell in
this
a Cell are
business,
cool
and
again.
CM Punk had no business being
I'm
back in
not afraid to say
WWE.
that these
Company
guys
is buried for
absolutely
decades,
made Hell in a
and
Cell
that
look
has
cool
driven us
again.
to
I'm
tonight.
not gonna lie about that.
The final match of this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre. And in some twisted way, Drew McIntyre feels that he's doing the right thing by all of WWE by eliminating Punk once and for all. And Punk caught him.
Oh,
The WWE Universe certainly doesn't
how much
seem to
longer
agree,
can
but
these
you can't
guys
tell
take
McIntyre
it?
otherwise.
Take it. And how much longer can they go on
As
for?
intense a match as you'll ever see. McIntyre now just powering up Punk. Oh, God. Oh, good God.
What's he gonna do? Oh, right through a table.
Punk ain't getting up.
They both went right through the table. They're done. They're straight. They straight up made each other at this point.
My God. First off, it was the power of McIntyre. And then it was this impact. Both men clashing through the table. And everything they put their bodies through here in this match.
Yeah, they're just done at this point.
That landing of the exchange. Wasn't McIntyre, wasn't Punk. Drew, obviously the first to stir.
Yeah, they're straight up done.
Punk has not been. McIntyre must get Punk back in the ring for a pinfall or a tap out.
Who's
But these
gonna
two
win?
men
Who's
are
coming
putting
out of this?
themselves through tonight. Well, you and I have talked all day about all the history
Will it be CM
in pro
Punk?
wrestling
Will
in
it be Drew
Atlanta.
McIntyre?
About the last battle of Atlanta between Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer. This may be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
He's
And now McIntyre
fired up now.
grabbing the steel steps now. Punk hasn't moved, Corey. CM Punk has not moved. And I don't know if he's going to start, Cole.
What's he gonna do?
Punk
Oh no.
is a sitting duck.
CM Punk better
These
move
guys
out
are
of the
not
way.
going to. They can't even pick up the steps. They're superstars, but at the end of the day, they're damn human beings, Cole. McIntyre going to try one more time to lift those very insanely heavy steel steps.
What's he gonna do?
Look at the lacerations and the welts
What
on
are
the
they
back
doing?
of Drew McIntyre. And McIntyre doing everything he can to lift those steel steps up. McIntyre now climbing one step, and he's going to toss. Try to toss it. I have no idea. McIntyre can't even get the
And
steps in the
Drew's
ring. His back is absolutely
like
killing
Drew's
him.
stamina is dropping heavily, so he can't even lift up the steel steps anymore.
McIntyre doing his best to soldier forward to continue this onslaught on CM Punk. Thank God Punk's moved. Yeah, Punk finally able to make it to his knees.
How are these guys still moving after this? How are they still moving? That is insane.
Can I put myself through? But Punk accept defeat, Cole. That's what worries me. That's why I'm grateful Sean Bennett's in there, because Punk won't quit until his heart stops, or until the lights go out and Punk can't continue. And McIntyre now just collapses in the ring. Both men are down. And
they're about just about done. They're just about done at this point. Oh, is this it? Oh, so close. That was all. He almost got it. How are they still going? How are they still? How is this story to kick out after that? How?
And the match is continuing. We know the goal for both superstars was to end the other's career. The match is still going on, and I guarantee you both of them are flirting with career-threatening injury. Yeah, but these are two men that don't need this, Corey. Everything is
oh. Get out of this. Oh my God.
McIntyre for the win and the cover.
Oh, how? How is he able to kick out? There's no way.
Look at this light noise again. How high on Punk's back he lands.
There's no way they'll be able to. I'm pretty sure they don't have anyone injured after that. I feel uncomfortable. How long can these guys go on for? I see how it is. But this has been like an absolutely insane match. Like, I'm just in awe for what these guys have been through. Have been doing. Like, I've been just in awe. Right on. Oh my. Oh!
Just a moment too long. Perhaps Punk was savoring on the fact he was delivering on his promise that McIntyre would pray to CM Punk tonight. But the Scottish Warrior had other plans.
You pretended to pray, then just went for it. How much longer can these guys go on for? Oh no! Oh no! This piece that CM Punk's bracelet was made from. Oh! Right. How much longer can this go on for? Like, someone just end the freaking match already. Like, this is just insane. Like, how much longer are they going to do this for? Oh. He's planning to upgrade his go to sleep.
McIntyre let his personal feelings get in the way of finishing the job. He got a little too cute at the end, and it cost him. And now CM Punk looking to put McIntyre away. Don't mess with a man's family. Remember what McIntyre did to Punk a couple of nights after Fashion for Leg, when he ripped the bracelet off Punk's wrist, and now Punk paying back the favor, shoving the beans down his throat. Throwing a slam to the chain.
Okay, this gotta be done. This gotta be done. CM Punk just won. Oh my god. That was insane. If I had to rate this, I honestly would give it a solid 10 out of 10 for this. Like, no freaking joke. CM Punk just won the match.
Let's relive a few of the most brutal moments. First, the Claymore of Drew McIntyre putting CM Punk down. Surely the end. Punk disagreed.
And I thought for sure that would have been the end.
I don't believe Punk moved for about 3 or 4 minutes after he went through the tape. And this is where Drew got caught. Don't mess with a man's family. Not his wife, not even his dog. If you only had your...
That was insane to watch.
Be simple. Tone down my
See what else we can find here. Alright, so if you want to put your predictions down on the remaining matches in the comments, please feel free to do so. I kind of want to get your opinion on who will win this match, who will win the other matches.
I've been here
And CM Punk just won his match, so that rivalry is officially over. I'll tell you right now, that was an absolutely insane match. Like, no freaking joke. Let's see. Man.
Getting back up to his feet.
Doesn't seem there's any other stream on here. For sure.
So he didn't need that. He didn't need to go to the top. It didn't.
These are. I'm not having a lot of luck.
Well, Peter, you made it crystal clear we're no longer wanted. So where will you be? Yeah, you can deal with this mess on your own. Let's go, everybody. Why aren't we moving? We gotta wait for Joe to back out of the driveway because he pulled in last. Sorry. I knew you were doing a big dramatic exit. I would have rearranged the cars this morning. You mind if I wait till I'm all the way in to tell you? Yeah, that's fine. Shame on you, Peter. It is people like you who... No!
Wonder who we got next. Let's see who we got next. Oh, we might as well get some supercar already. Looks like next match is Nia Jax versus Bayley for the Women's Championship. Now, Bayley's previous championship reign, they didn't really have much time for. She didn't really have much time to do what she wanted to do with championship belt. So it'd be interesting to see if they can win it back. Yeah, T-Dog going. And Supercar recently adding the newly debuting Julia into Supercar. So that I don't. So I'm going to try and look for this car, for that car, and see if I can try and earn it. If it isn't, we'll see. I'm wondering if there's gonna be like any other appearances for when Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns make their, or since they're mostly going to be outnumbered by this 2.0 version of the Bloodline. This pretender, this fake, whatever it is you want to call it, whatever. So I get some more joining interest here. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves. Put that space bar. Now, there has been some tension going on between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton as of late. And it'd be pretty interesting to see if Tiffany Stratton is going to use the money to big cash on Nia Jax, or if she's going to do what Nia Jax said and go with cashing in on Liv Morgan. That would. The personal issues that were created in them being in a faction together. So these two guys non-calling at each other should be special. Something makes me think though that Finn Balor needs to win more than Priest. Another main event built around the bloodline, multiple people, multiple levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes now formed of their
odd,
Yeah.
tense alliance, yes, just temporarily, with the man he took the title from at WrestleMania, the original tribal chief, taking on the new false prophet of everything bloodline, the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, and a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu, premiered for WWE just a few months ago, and has had a lot of hype built around him as kind of the new side man to Solo.
Right.
Hello, Solo, and there is a distinct. With a 5 on
So let me know in the chat who you guys think is gonna win the Women's Championship. Let me know if you think it's Nia Jax, or if it's gonna be Bayley, or if Tiffany Stratton's gonna cash in her Money in the Bank contract on Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton becomes the new Women's Champion. A lot of possibilities, a lot of outcomes. There's only one way to. There's really only one way to find out. So, I think what I would love to see happen for when Damian Priest and Finn Balor do their thing, like then when they battle out there, while they battle it out with each other, it would be interesting to see the revival of the Demon King. I would love to see him use that gimmick again for when he does his thing. I think it would be absolutely cool. Alright. Alright.
is solidified as a ethical heel. I know, is that a word? Yes. He believes he's doing the right thing. And Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion could continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces for WWE now and WrestleMania 2025. A shark cage in a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, yeah. Women's World Championship match. For Dirty Dom not being able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage. Don't call him Jaws. And she takes on.
I just can't wait to see what Dom's face when he gets himself up in a shark cage. I think that might teach him a little bit of a lesson that they can't just involve himself in women's matches. All the stuff he did is going to come back to haunt him. And they'll make sure of that.
Women's champion Nia Jax will take on Bayley. Bayley defeated Naomi to solidify her contendership for this match. But this is where it really revolves around Nia Jax in this Money to Bank Tiffany Stratton. Something makes me think maybe we get that reaction here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tiffany got showed by Nia Jax. Felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches. You're going into this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax may be large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career. Something makes me think she does make her way out of Georgia with the title.
I think that's Nia Jax and Bayley going at it with each other. Yes.
And Tiffany Stratton leads Georgia as the new champion. Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day combining Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing up the entire show. Damian Priest and Finn Balor have a lot to prove. They are two-time champions. Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this. And he has not been featured in a premium one-man singles match in quite some time. Damian Priest has been in the mix for a while. He helped title this year. He's the longer champion. So what exactly are they title? The personal issues that were created with them being in a faction together. So these two guys knowing and calling at each other should be special. They know that Finn Balor needs to win more than Priest. Another main event built around the bloodline. Multiple levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Championship rose now formed a very odd, tense alliance. Yes, just temporarily with the man who took the title from at WrestleMania, taking on the new false prophet of everything bloodline, the new Chief Solar, and a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rollins and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu. Here for WWE just a few months ago, and has had a lot of fight built around him as kind of the new side hand to Solo. A lot of people think that Jacob could overshadow Solo, and there is a distinct possibility of that happening in this match. This is Jacob Fatu's match to seal star that when he was coming into this match. It's also a massive test. This is the first time he's going to be featured directly in a match, not just putting your support outside of it. For Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the interplay between them is quite the dynamic to follow. That was featuring them filming a promo face-to-face on the field of Georgia Tech University was a special one. Of course, both of them have ties to the Atlanta area, playing in the actual physical space that they're wrestling into the storyline. It's interesting, and obviously the history is there between the both of them. And Roman wants to get the title back and get this whole thing with the bloodline settled. Except I just don't think it's going to be that easy for Cody or for Roman. They're not going to get along. Shenanigans are bound to happen. That's right, shenanigans once again. Solo, Jacob Fatu were able to find their way to get
Oh.
victory in this match.
No.
And there's going to be other people getting involved outside of it. Hey, how you doing, Kamatanga Tongaloa? How are you guys doing? Oh, wait, here comes Kevin Owens, who doesn't like the bloodline. Here comes Randy Orton, who's injured by the bloodline. They don't like Roman Reigns, so maybe they have an issue with him. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on besides the 4 men that are billed in this match. There's going to be a lot outside of the match itself. Solo and Jake Ellenberg are going to slip by. Get in the comments below. You watch this whole video. Come on. We want to know what you think of WWE Bad Blood.
Going for
WWE Bad Blood, still lingering on the name, featuring personal issues, playing into grudge matches that either could have some definitive finales, or the stories will simply let the blood flow into a new chapter. Atlanta, Georgia, a city with rich wrestling history to it, will host the event featuring guaranteed violence with hell and Sal. So who is winning in the MCL?
knee right to the face.
Georgia Peach victory or deal with being like the Chicago White Sox. Just I'm Kevin Callan. You may not have to agree with my predictions, but as ACDC once sang, if you want blood, you've got it. Yeah, you have blood in your body right now. Let's keep it right there. Get into the comments and give us your predictions for WWE Bad Blood. This is Sports Key to Wrestling. You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass. Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue between CM
I think
Punk
that was a
and
perfect
Drew
way
McIntyre
to
that has gone on
incorporate Hell in a
since
Cell.
January of this year. Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back, at least everyone except Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre blunted CM Punk in Chicago, took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and his dog on it, and then Punk, of course, had to cost Drew McIntyre every world title opportunity he could possibly think of, including wrestling, and countless others. Oh yeah, even a big match in his home country of Scotland. These guys hate each other. Be simple, tone down. My family doesn't want me to have this match promos that were a part of the final build-up make completely sense in all of the ways you need them to make sense. Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell is a storyline perfect match to build to. This is where it should end. I think it needs to end with CM Punk getting the big W over Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is solidified as a technical heel. I know it's not a word. Yes, he believes he's doing the right thing. And Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion could continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces for WWE now and WrestleMania 2025. A shark cage in a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, GA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan, her dirty dog, not able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage. Don't call him Jaws. As she takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, one half of the Terra Twins. Someone's like really hates Liv Morgan and her ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, Dirty Dominic. Now, the X Factor is someone who's not on the village here. The new Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. Yes, So, sharing some very friendly messages on social media. So something makes me think that maybe Jey Uso gets involved in Rhea Ripley able to defeat all of these shenanigans, shark cage or not, to become once again women's world champion. And Liv Morgan is going to try some of those black mascara tears. In another championship match for the women's WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax will take on Bayley. Bayley Naomi to solidify her contendership for this match, but the story really revolves built around Nia Jax in this Money in the Bank Tiffany time. Tiffany Stratton. Something makes me think maybe we get that cash in finally here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tiffany got choked by Nia Jax, who felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches in the build-up to this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax may be large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career. Something makes me think she
what's the point of Tiffany Stratton hanging around Nia Jax other than that title?
Briefcase or purse or whatever you want to call it with the strap.
It's like it's.
And Tiffany Stratton.
And she has the Money in the Bank briefcase, like the only one left.
Don't sleep on this one.
As Drew McIntyre said, cash in and then lose.
Personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing on the entire theme of the show.
I mean, if he didn't have that stupid vendetta with CM Punk, he probably would have been a solid champion. He probably would have been a solid champion, but we don't know for sure because it was Drew McIntyre's constant anger towards CM Punk, which costed him the multiple opportunities for it in the first place. I mean, this is why you don't pick fights with someone you know you can't win.
Trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes.
And here comes Tiffany Stratton.
Tense alliance, yes, just temporarily, with the man who took the title from at WrestleMania, the OG. Taking on the new false prophet of everything bloodline, the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, and a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu.
Tiffany's cashing in.
For WWE just a few months ago, and has had a lot of hype built around him as kind of the new side man to Solo. A lot of people think that Jacob could overshadow Solo, and there is a distinct possibility of that happening in this match. This is Jacob Fatu.
This could get interesting. What's gonna happen? Oh! Just win? No. Now you got the women's Money in the Bank. Now you got Miss Money in the Bank nearby, so there's probably a close eye on that.
Hey, how you doing, Tom? How are you guys doing? Oh wait, here comes Kevin Owens, who doesn't like the bloodline. Here comes Randy Orton, who's injured by the bloodline. They don't like Roman Reigns, so maybe they have an issue with him. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on besides the four men that are billed in.
Is she going to cash in?
There's going to be a lot outside of the match itself. Solo, Jacob.
Is she going to cash in? Are we going to... But you still should see that you still have Miss Money in the Bank on you. Or she's going to go through with it. It could still happen.
Atlanta, Georgia, a city with rich wrestling history to it, will host the event featuring guaranteed violence with hell in a cell. So who is winning and losing big in ATL? Who will have the
So we have
taste of Georgia?
CM Punk that won, Nia Jax retains her title. But Tiffany Stratton could still cash in. There's still a chance that it could happen.
us your predictions for WWE Bad Blood. This is Sports Key to Wrestling. You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass. Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue.
And she does not cash in the
Drew McIntyre that has gone on since January of this year. Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back, at least everyone except Drew McIntyre and maybe Seth Rollins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre bloodied CM Punk in Chicago, took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and his dog on it, and then Punk, of course, had to cost Drew McIntyre every world title opportunity he could possibly think of, including WrestleMania and countless others.
Which
even a big
next
match in his home
to
country of
happen
Scotland.
next?
These guys hate each other. Be simple. Tone down. My family doesn't want me to have this match promos that were a part of the final build-up to make completely sense in all of the ways you need them to make sense. Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell is a storyline perfect match to build to. This is where it should end. I think it needs to end with CM Punk getting the big W over Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is solidified as a ethical heel. I know, is that a word? Yes. He believes he's doing the right thing. And Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion can continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces for WWE between now and WrestleMania 2025. A shark cage and a wrestling match. Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, GA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan.
That Dragon Ball themed car came true to.
She takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, what happened?
That's a neat look. That's a neat looking customized car you got there. So must be playing. Must be playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or something. There's Broly. Looks like it, yeah.
Rhea Ripley is able to defeat all of these shenanigans, shark cage or not, and become once again women's world champion. And Liv Morgan is going to rise to the black mask.
Let's see who we got.
Another championship match for the women.
Let's see who we got to start us off. Oops.
Helping me win these matches in the build-up to this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax may be large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career.
Damien Priest versus Gunther. I'm pretty sure we all know what happened there. Well, we all know what happened there. Finn Balor costed his team, though, made the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm thinking the win.
Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day colliding. Damien Priest versus Finn Balor. A lot of personal issues in a personal match. Kind of playing on the entire theme of the show. Damien Priest and Finn Balor have a lot to prove. They are two former world champions. Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this.
And Finn Balor was only held for 24 hours, so Universal Champion for 24 hours.
Damien Priest has been in the mix for a while. He held the title this year, and he's no longer a champion. So what exactly are they fighting for?
We're going back to 23. I think that was when Damien Priest cost Finn Balor the world title, the World Heavyweight Championship, or at least the opportunity for it anyway.
Another main event built around the bloodline, multiple people, multiple levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes now formed a very odd, tense
there were good intentions behind helping each other, but perhaps it just went too far.
by the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, and a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test.
And who would have ever thought we would have Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns teaming up with each other just to take on the bloodline, just take on Roman Reigns faction that had spiraled out of control. It completely spiraled out of control. Turns out Roman Reigns can't handle factions turns out people can't handle their teammates when they're nowhere to be around.
It's also a massive test. It's the first time he's really been featured directly in a match, not just playing a supporting role.
I'm pretty sure Soulless myself, since Roman Reigns is gone, that automatically makes me the new Tribal Chief. And I deserve all the acknowledgement that he gets. I'm pretty sure that's what's been going through Soul's mind ever since WrestleMania 40.
Storyline is interesting, but obviously the history is there between the both of them. And Roman wants to get the title back and get this whole thing with the bloodline settled. Except I just don't think it's going to be that easy.
I can't wait. Since Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, I don't know why I'm saying Drew McIntyre for some reason, since he's already lost his match. I wonder if this probably would have been interesting if this was also a Hell in a Cell match, because they've had personal rivalry. Their rivalry is pretty much just about as personal because they've been teammates with each other since they turned on Edge, who was the original leader of the Judgment Day in the first place.
Outside of the match itself, Solo and Jacob are going to slip by another big win.
Oh, that's back.
Watch this whole video. Come on. We want to know what you think of WWE Bad Blood.
It was X-Pac, Arn Anderson. I think Tony Blanchard was also in the FXXX. Who's that? Is that Finn Balor? I think Finn Balor is coming. I think the Finn Balor vs. Damian Priest match is coming up next. Yep.
So who is winning and losing big in ATL?
My opinion about his tag team title championship reign with JD McDonough, I'm gonna have to say it's been quite boring. I'm gonna say it's quite boring because they really only had like one title defense against the New Day. I mean, they've pretty much been holding the title hostage since Liv Morgan helped them win the tag titles from R-Truth, and The Miz, who turned on R-Truth about this week, or was it the last? I don't know.
Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre that has gone on
3-3-3 record against Damian Priest.
Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back, at least everyone except Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre bloodied CM Punk in Chicago. He took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and his dog on it. And then Punk, of course, had to cost Drew McIntyre every world title opportunity he could possibly think of, including WrestleMania and countless others. Oh yeah, even a big match in his home country of Scotland. These guys
I think I forget what it is. Like Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest and CM Punk. You know, I know it's not a very likely alliance, but on some level, CM Punk has helped Damian Priest retain his heavyweight championship for the reign he's had since WrestleMania. And this is going to be pretty exciting to see Damian Priest and tear each other apart like they have, like Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have. in the
That
first
kind
match.
of technical delusion could continue to play out and give McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also
Here
set
we
up
go.
some big things to be
Damian Priest, Finn Balor.
now and WrestleMania 2025. A shark cage in a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, GA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan, her dirty dom, not able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage. Don't call him Jaws. And she takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, what happened to Terra Twins? Someone who really hates both Morgan and her ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, during dominance.
There's
Now,
Quavo.
X Factor is someone who's not
Multi-platinum at Men in Act versus Unlimited producer. It actually would have been interesting if Finn Balor had brought the Demon King persona, but he's had Bill Bailey. There's Metro, the guy he and Cody Rhodes were doing a stakeout with during their type of bad blood review.
But the story really revolves around Nia Jax and Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany time, Tiffany Stratton. Something makes me think maybe we get that cash in finally here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tiffany got choked by Nia Jax, who felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches in the build-up to this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax is pretty large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career. Something makes me think she does make her way out of Georgia with the title, and someone is cashing in that pink briefcase or purse, whatever you want to call it, with the strap connected to it. And Tiffany Stratton leaves Georgia as the new women's champion. Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day colliding, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. On personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing on the entire theme of the show. Damian Priest and Finn Balor have a lot to prove. They are two former world champions. Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this, and he has not been featured in a big premium live event singles match in quite some time. Damian Priest has been in the mix for a while. He held the world title this year, and he's no longer a champion. So what exactly are they fighting for? The personal issues that were created on them being have action together. So these two guys clawing at each other should be special. Something makes me think, though, that Finn Balor needs to win more than Priest. Another main event built around the bloodline, multiple people, multiple levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes now formed a very odd, tense alliance. Yes, just temporarily, with the man he took the title from at WrestleMania, the OTC, the original Tribal Chief, taking on the new false prophet of everything bloodline, the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, and a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu, who premiered for WWE just a few months ago and has had a lot of hype built around him as kind of the new side man to Solo. A lot of people think that Jacob could overshadow Solo, and there is a distinct possibility of that happening in this match. This is Jacob Fatu's match to steal and become a bigger star than when he was coming into this match. It's also a massive test. This is the first time he's really been featured directly in a match, not just playing a supporting role outside of it. For Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the interplay between them is going to be quite the dynamic to follow. The big cinema that was featured with them filming a promo face-to-face on the field of Georgia Tech University was special. Of course, both of them have ties to the Atlanta area, playing in the actual physical space that they're wrestling into the storyline is interesting, but obviously the history is there between the both of them, and Roman wants to get the title back and get this whole thing with the bloodline settled. Except I just don't think it's going to be that easy for Cody or for Roman. They're not going to get along. Shenanigans are bound to happen. That's right, shenanigans once again. Solo and Jacob Fatu are able to find their way to win the victory in this match, and there's going to be other people getting involved outside of it. Hey, how you doing, Tongaloa? How are you guys doing? Oh, wait, here comes Kevin Owens, who doesn't like the bloodline. Here comes Randy Orton, who is injured by the bloodline. They don't like Roman Reigns, so maybe they have an issue with him. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on besides the 4 men that are billed in this match. There's going to be a lot outside of the match itself. Solo and Jacob are going to slip by another big thing. Get in the comments below. You watch this whole video. Come on. We want to know what you think of WWE Bad Blood.
All right.
WWE Bad Blood is delivering on the name, featuring personal issues, playing into
I don't think it's a good idea to try and joke him out like that, because you know what he's going to do. You saw he kicked out Gunther's submission just soon after he knocked on her.
So who is winning and losing big in ATL? Who will have the sweet taste of Georgia Peach victory, or deal with being like the Chicago White Sox and just losing really big? I'm Kevin Kellum. You may not have to agree with my predictions, but as AC/DC once sang, if you want blood, you've got it. Yeah, you have blood in your body right now. Let's keep it right there. Get into the comments and give us more predictions for WWE Bad Blood. This is Sportskeeda Wrestling. You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more that you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass. Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre that has gone on since January of this year. Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back, at least everyone except Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre bloodied CM Punk in Chicago, took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and dog on it, and then Punk, of course, had to cost Drew McIntyre every world title opportunity he possibly think of, including WrestleMania and countless others. Oh yeah, even a big match in his home country, Scotland. These guys have beat each other. Be simple, tone down. My family doesn't want me to have this match promos that were part of the final build-up to make sense. In all of the ways you need them to make sense. Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell is a storyline, perfect match to build to. This is where it should end. I think it needs to end with CM Punk getting the big W over Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is solidified as a ethical heel. I know is that a word? Yes. He believes he's doing the right thing. And Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion could continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces we have in WWE now and WrestleMania 2025. A shark cage and a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in NGA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan, her dirty Dom, not able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage, but don't call him Jaws, as she takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, one half of the Terra Twins, someone who really hates both Morgan and her ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, dirty Dom. Now, the X Factor is someone who's not on the billing here. The new Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso.
Because huh? Barney gave me a piece of it. It's not hard to see why. I can't wait for them to finally be done, so he can finally have some semblance of peace in WWE. But here's another thing to worry about. The tag team goal. They do need to figure out a way to get the tag team goal off of the Judgment Day. They're not really defending champions. Beat one title defense within 100 days, or more than that. In more than 100 days.
Tiffany got choked by Nia Jax, who felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches in the build-up to this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax may be large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career. Something makes me think she does make her way out of Georgia with the title, and someone is cashing in that pink briefcase or purse or whatever you want to call it with the strap connected to it. And Tiffany Stratton leaves Georgia as the new women's champion. Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day colliding, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing on the entire.
I think this would have perfectly qualified Hell in a Cell match.
Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this. He has not been featured in a big premium live event singles match in quite some time. Damian Priest has been in the mix for a while. He held the whole title this year, and he's no longer a champion. So what exactly are they fighting for? The personal issues that were created with them being in a faction together. So these two guys clawing at each other should be special. Something makes me think, though, that Balor needs to win more than Priest. Another main event built around the bloodline, multiple levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes now formed a very odd,
so close.
alliance, yes, just temporarily, with the man he took the title from at WrestleMania, the taking on the new false prophet of everything bloodline, the new tribal chief Solo Sikoa, and a very big breakout superstar Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu, who premiered for WWE just a few months ago and has had a lot of hype built around him as kind of the new side hand to Solo.
Right onto the announce table. Oh, so somebody's going to the announce table.
It's also a massive test. It's the first time he's really been featured directly in a match, not just playing a supporting role outside of it. For Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the interplay between them is quite the dynamic to follow. They make cinema that was featured.
Look like somebody's going through that announce table at some point.
Georgia Tech University was a special one, where both of them had ties to the Atlanta area, playing in the actual physical space that they're wrestling in. Into the storyline is interesting.
He's not living up on you, Finn, so don't even bother trying to beg. You brought that on yourself. Oh, for the love of God. Every time.
Shenanigans are bound to happen. That's right.
Every time. These guys always have to interfere in every single match that one person has. Like every freaking time. It's like they don't even know how to work. It's like they don't even know how to keep this one centered anymore. In Judgment Day. Now, for Damian Priest, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem with Damian. It's going to be a problem for Damian Priest as long as those two oh, he just sent flying into the air. He just sent, I don't know who he sent flying into the air. Atlanta, Georgia, a city with rich wrestling history to it, will host the event featuring guaranteed violence with hell and cell. So who is winning and losing big in ATL? Who will have the sweet taste of Georgia Peach victory or deal with being like the Chicago White Sox, just losing really big? I'm Kevin Callum. You may not have to agree with my predictions, but as ACDC once sang, if you want blood, you got it. Yeah, you have blood in your body. Oh, he's caught him. He's caught him. Choke slam.
Give us your predictions for WWE Bad Blood.
Come on.
This is Sports Key to Wrestling.
Yes! Damian Priest won!
Join us on Backstage Pass. Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
Serves you right, Finn.
Since January of this year. Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back.
Serves you right, Finn Balor.
Everyone except Drew McIntyre and maybe Seth Rollins. Yeah. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre bloodied CM Punk in Chicago, took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and his dog on it, and then Punk, of course, had to cost Drew McIntyre every world title to possibly think of, including WrestleMania and countless others. Oh yeah, even a big match in his home country of Scotland. These guys hate each other. These simple, toned down, my family doesn't want me to have this match promos that were a part of the final build-up make completely sense in all of the ways you need them to make sense. Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell is a storyline perfect match to build to. This is where it should end. I think it needs to end with CM Punk getting the big W over Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is solidified as a ethical heel. I know, is that a word? Yes. He believes he's doing the right thing. And Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion will continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces for WWE between now and WrestleMania in 2025. A shark cage in a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, GA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan, her dirty dog, not able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage. They don't call him Jaws. And she takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, one half of the Terra Twins. Someone who really hates both Morgan and her ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, Dirty Dominic. Now, the X Factor is someone who's not on the billing here. The new Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. Yes, visit the Bad Blood Circle store. Sharing some very prominent messages on social media. So something makes me think that maybe Jey Uso is involved in Rhea Ripley able to defeat all of these shenanigans, shark cage or not, and become, once again, Women's World Champion. And Liv Morgan is going to cry some of those black mascara tears. In another championship match for the women, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax will take on Bayley. Bayley defeated Naomi to solidify her contendership for this match. But the story really revolves around Nia Jax in this Money in the Bank Tiffany time, Tiffany Stratton. Something makes me think maybe we get that cash in finally here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tiffany got choked by Nia Jax, who felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches. In the build-up to this match, where I'm going to
Sheamus versus Butch. Dominic. I don't know what that is. I'm surprised that match didn't get going to Bad Blood.
Tiffany Stratton leaves Georgia as the new women's champion. Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day colliding. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. On personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing on the entire theme of the show. Damian Priest and Finn Balor have a lot to prove. They are two former world champions. Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this, and he has not been featured in a big premium line event singles match in quite some time. Damian Priest has been in the mix for a while. He held the title this year, and he's no longer a champion. So what exactly are they fighting for? The personal issues that were created and them being in a faction together. So these two guys clawing at each other should be special. Something makes me think, though, that Finn Balor needs the win more than Priest. Another main event built around the bloodline, multiple people, multiple levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's undisputed Universal Champion Cody Rhodes now formed a very odd on the new false prophet of everything bloodline.
Little Triple H is going to have to say.
And a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu. Premiere for WWE just a few months ago and has had a lot of hype built around him as kind of the new side man to Solo. A lot of people think that Jacob could overshadow Solo, and there is a distinct possibility that happening in this match. This is Jacob Fatu's match to steal and become a bigger star than when he was coming into this match. It's also a massive test. This is the first time he's really been featured directly in a match, not just playing a supporting role outside of it. For Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the interplay between them is going to be quite the dynamic to follow. The big cinema that was featured with them filming a promo face-to-face of the field of Georgia Tech University was a special one, where both of them had ties to the Atlanta area, playing in the actual physical space that they're wrestling in. Into the storyline, it's interesting, but obviously the history is there between the both of them, and Roman wants to get the title back and get this whole thing with the bloodline settled. Except I just don't think it's going to
See
be
what
that easy.
Triple H has to say.
Or for Roman, they're not going to get along. Shenanigans are bound to happen. That's right, shenanigans once again. Solo and Jacob Fatu are able to find their way to getting victory in this match. And there's going to be other people getting involved outside of it. Hey, how you doing, Tamatanga Tangaloa? How are you guys doing? Oh, wait, here comes Kevin Owens, who doesn't like the bloodline. Here comes Randy Orton, who is injured by the bloodline. They don't like Roman Reigns, so maybe they have an issue with him. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on besides the four men that are billed in this match. There's going to be a lot outside of the match itself. Solo and Jacob are going to slip by with another big win. Get to the comments below. You watch this whole video or what? We want to know what you think of WWE Bad Blood.
Our largest grossing arena event in history right here tonight because of all of you. Thank you very much.
WWE Bad Blood is delivering on the name, featuring personal issues, playing into gnarly grudge matches that either could have some definitive finales, or the stories will simply let the blood flow into a new chapter. Atlanta, Georgia, a city with rich wrestling history to it, will host the event featuring guaranteed violence with hell in a cell. So who is winning and losing big in ATL? Who will have the sweet taste of Georgia Peach victory, or deal with being like the Chicago White Sox and just losing really big? I'm Kevin Kellum. You may not have to agree with my predictions, but as AC/DC once sang, if you want blood, you've got it. Yeah, you have blood in your body right now. Let's keep it right there. Get into the comments and give us your predictions for WWE Bad Blood. This is Sports Key to Wrestling. You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass. Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre that has gone on since January of this year. Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back, at least everyone except Drew McIntyre and maybe Seth Rollins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre bloodied CM Punk in Chicago. Took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and his dog on it. And then Punk, of course, had cost Drew McIntyre every world title opportunity he could possibly think of, including WrestleMania and countless others. Oh yeah, even a big match in his home country of Scotland. These guys hate each other. These simple, toned down.
Now that looks like an interesting
doesn't want me to have this match
piece of gold to have around your waist, doesn't it?
Then
there's Gunter.
Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell is a storyline perfect match to build to. This is where it should end. I think it needs to end with CM Punk getting the big W over Drew McIntyre.
It would be a pretty interesting gold to have around my waist.
He believes
If I could, I would go for it.
and Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion will continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This could also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces for WWE between now and WrestleMania in 2025. A shark cage in a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, GA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan, her dirty Dom, not able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage. We don't call him Jaws. And she takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, one half of the Terror Twins. Someone who really hates both Morgan and her ex-Bodie brand, whatever you want to call him. Dirty Dominic. Now, the X Factor is someone who's not on the billing here. The new Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. Yes, Jey Uso with sharing some very friendly messages on social media. So something makes me think that maybe Jey Uso gets involved here. Rhea Ripley is able to defeat all of these shenanigans, shark cage or not, and become once again Women's World Champion. And Liv Morgan is going to cry some of those black tear tears. In another championship match for the women, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax will take on Bayley. Bayley defeated Naomi to solidify her contendership for this match. But the story really revolves around Nia Jax and Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany Stratton. Something that makes me think maybe we get that cash in finally here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tiffany got choked by Nia Jax. Felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches in the build-up to this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax may be large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career. Something makes me think she does make her way out of Georgia with the title, and someone is cashing in that briefcase or purse, whatever you want to call it, with the strap connected to it. And Tiffany Stratton leaves Georgia as the new women's champion. Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day colliding. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing on the entire theme of the show. Damian Priest and Finn Balor have a lot to prove. They are two former world champions. Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this, and he has not been featured in a big premium live event singles match in quite some time. Damian Priest has been in the mix for a while. He held the world title this year, and he's no longer a champion. So what exactly are they fighting for? The personal issues that were created in them being in a faction together. So these two guys gnawing at each other should be special. Something makes me think, though, that Finn Balor needs to win more than Priest. Another main event built around the bloodline.
Let's go, bro.
Levels of trust and mistrust. Yes, WWE's
personal favorite
Universal Champion Cody Rhodes now formed a very odd, tense alliance, yes, just temporarily, with the man he took the title from at WrestleMania, the OG Tribal Chief, taking on the new false prophet of everything bloodline, the new Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, and a very big breakout superstar, Jacob Fatu. Rhodes and Reigns versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. This is a massive test, first of all, for Jacob Fatu, who premiered for WWE just a few months ago and has had a lot of hype built around him as kind of the new side man to Solo. A lot of people think that Jacob could overshadow Solo, and there is a distinct possibility that happening in this match. This is Jacob Fatu's match to steal and become a bigger star than when he was coming into this match. It's also a massive test. This is the first time he's really been featured directly in a match, not just playing a supporting role outside of it. For Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the interplay between them is going to be like the dynamic to follow. A big that's featured with them filming a promo face-to-face on the field of Georgia Tech University was a special one. Of course, both of them have ties to the Atlanta area, playing in the actual physical space that they're wrestling in. And the storyline is interesting, but obviously the history is there between the both of them. And Roman wants to get the title back and get this whole thing with the bloodline settled. Except I just don't think it's going to be that easy for Cody or for Roman. They're not going to get along. Shenanigans are bound to happen. That's right, shenanigans once again. Solo and Jacob Fatu are able to find their way to victory in this match.
Goldberg looks like he's ready to fight Gunther.
Outside of it. Hey, how
How you doing, Tamatanga Tongaloa? How are you guys doing? Oh wait, here comes Kevin Owens, who doesn't like the bloodline. Here comes Randy Orton, who's injured by the bloodline. They don't like Roman Reigns, so maybe they have an issue with him. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on besides the four men that are billed in this match. There's going to be a lot outside of the match itself. Solo and Jacob are going to slip by another big match. Get in the comments below. You watch this whole video. Come on. We want to know what you think of WWE Bad Blood. WWE Bad Blood is delivering on the name, featuring personal issues, playing into gnarly grudge matches that either could have some definitive finales, or the stories will simply let the blood flow into a new chapter. Atlanta, Georgia, a city with rich wrestling history to it, will host the event featuring guaranteed violence with hell in a cell. So who is winning and losing big in ATL? Who will have the sweet taste of Georgia peach victory, or deal with being like the Chicago White Sox and just losing really big? I'm Kevin Kellum. You may not have to agree with my predictions, but as AC/DC once sang, if you want blood, you've got it. Yeah, you have blood in your body right now. Let's keep it right there. Get into the comments and give us your predictions for WWE Bad Blood. This is Sports Key to Wrestling. You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass. Hell in a Cell. Yes, it is the only way to end this very personal issue between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre that has gone on since January of this year. Everyone was excited when CM Punk came back, at least everyone except Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Yeah, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk have been at it ever since. They had some really personal issues all play out. Yes, Drew McIntyre bloodied CM Punk in Chicago, took the friendship bracelet off of his wrist that had the names of Punk's wife and his dog on it, and then Punk, of course, had cost Drew McIntyre every world title opportunity he could possibly think of, including WrestleMania and countless others. Oh yeah, even a big match in his home country of Scotland. These guys hate each other. Be simple, tone down. My family doesn't want me to have this match promos that were part of the final build-up to make completely sense in all of the ways you need them to make sense. Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell is a storyline perfect match to build to. This is where it should end. I think it needs to end with CM Punk getting the big W over Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is solidified as a ethical heel. I mean, was that a word? Yes. He believes he's doing the right thing. And Punk's the bad guy. He's the bad guy, not me. I've been here the whole time. That kind of ethical delusion can continue to play out and give Drew McIntyre some new pursuits outside of Punk. This can also set up Punk for some big things to be one of the big baby faces for WWE now and WrestleMania 2025. A shark cage in a wrestling match? Yes, it's an old Southern wrestling classic in Atlanta, GA. Women's World Championship match with Liv Morgan, her dirty Dom, not able to help her at ringside because he's stuck inside of a shark cage. Don't call him Jaws. But she takes on the Queen of Brutality. Yes, one half of the Terra Twins. Someone who really hates both Morgan and her ex-Bodie friend, whatever you want to call him, during Dom. Now, the X Factor is someone who's not on the billing here. The new Intercontinental Champion, Jay Uso. Yes, Ripley and Jay Uso. She is very friendly messages on social media, so something makes me think that maybe Jay Uso gets involved. Rhea Ripley is able to defeat all these shenanigans, shark cage or not, and become once again women's world champion. And Liv Morgan is going to try some of those black mascara-teasers. In another championship match for the women, WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax will take on Bayley. Bayley defeated Naomi to solidify her contendership for this match, but the story really revolves around Nia Jax in this Money in the Bank Tiffany time Tiffany Stratton. Something that makes me think maybe we get that cash in finally here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tiffany got choked Nia Jax, who felt like, Tiffany, you're not really helping me win these matches in the build up to this match where I'm going to defend my title. Yes, Nia Jax may be large and formidable. She may be on the best run of her career. Something makes me think she does make her way out of Georgia with the title, and someone is cashing in that pink briefcase or purse, whatever you want to call it, the strap connected to it. And Tiffany Stratton leaves Georgia as the new women's champion. Don't sleep on this one. Two former members of the Judgment Day colliding, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, on personal issues in a personal match, kind of playing the entire theme of the show. Damian Priest and Finn Balor have a lot to prove. They are two former world champions. Balor is a guy who doesn't sleep on opportunities like this, and he has not been featured in a
Well, I might as well go ahead and end the stream. I don't do much anything right now, so thank you all for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe and leave a like, and let me know what else you got, what else happens, and I'll see you next time. Bye.